solid minute, one of them broke the silence and asked, "Wait, you are serious?" At which I said, "Yeah." They asked why, and I said the obvious reason, safety, and I don't want no tickets if we happen to get pulled over. One chimed in, correcting me, saying the driver doesn't get a ticket, the passenger does. I sat there for a second and said, "If you don't fasten your seatbelts, I'm not taking you guys anywhere." They both let out a bunch of scoffs and exited the car. I said, "Suit yourself," and drove off, leaving them in chilly weather on a dark night with a 20-minute walk home. Am I the a-hole for not giving my friends a ride if they didn't fasten their seatbelts? No. Okay, no, you're not the a-hole, because if you are getting in a car, I don't care whether it's a 30-second ride or a 1-minute ride, you fasten your seatbelt. Like, if you are an adult, you should know better to fasten your seatbelt. It is there to keep you safe. And not only that, them saying that the driver doesn't get any precautions is bullshit, because the driver is the one that basically is liable. I mean, yeah, the passengers are liable for themselves when they're over a certain age, but even so, they're adults, and it's like, I don't get why they're getting so, like, mardy and just thinking about putting on a seatbelt. Like, it's just, all you have to do is bloody put a seatbelt on. Like, I just don't understand what is the big deal about it. And it's like, surely you'd rather have your life than, do you know what I mean, be risk of, you know, getting in a crash. It's just like, I don't get it. I don't think you should feel guilty at all, because at the end of the day, yes, it's a cold and chilly night, but at the end of the day, you'd rather leave them outside to walk home, which is only like a 20-minute walk, than get in a car crash, and then if they died, you would feel even more guilty, or if something happened to your friends. Do you know what I mean? Like, that's the difference. Like, I wouldn't feel guilty for that, because at the end of the day, it's just something they do regularly. Walk home, so obviously they don't have the car, or they didn't have a car, I don't know, but yeah, I just don't think you should feel guilty for that, because it's common sense and it's a safety measure that everyone should abide to, because it's the law. So someone commented they need to understand that if there is ever a crash and they aren't seatbelted in, their bodies become instant 100 times pound projectiles flying around the inside of the vehicle. That's not something I want coming my way. Exactly. Like, it's a seatbelt, just put it on. Literally. Good on you, don't let anyone pressure you into a potentially dangerous situation. Car accidents can come out of nowhere. I've been hit two times, didn't see them coming either time, and if I hadn't have been wearing a seatbelt, I would have been a lot worse than I was. You are responsible for your passengers. Where I live, the driver gets a ticket, and if they were to fly through the window, you'd have to live with that. Exactly, this is what I'm saying. Like, you're a load more times likely to have something seriously happen to you if you were in a crash, or if you had to stop in a hole. You know what I mean? You'd go forward, and the seatbelt's there to protect you. And to be honest, I don't know. It's just weird to me. Anyway, that was the first one. Okay, so there's another one here. Sorry if my eyes look like bloodshot. I keep like yawning, so yeah. selfish I am and how oversensitive I am about everything. Is this true? Am I the a-hole? Okay, so to this one I would say no, you're not, because you are 20, you said. So I don't get why you're like, your parents are like, no, like, I own this house. If you've paid for it, it's your house. You're now an adult. You've left. You're not under their care anymore. I think it's up to the age of 16 or 18, I think. It depends where you're from, but in the UK, that you're liable for your child, basically, till you're about 18, I think, with school and stuff. So the fact that you're 20 means you're an adult and you've moved out, so that house is your rules, really, and they have to respect that. Like, they might not like that because they're your parents, and your parents are used to probably, like, you know, laying down the rules and everything because they're your parents. But at the end of the day, you're now an adult and they should treat you with that respect. Like, that's your house. It's like going over to a stranger's house or a friend's house and going, oh no, turn the TV off, because and, you know, do this, do that. Like, it's like, and basically laying down the law and the rules. Like, it's a house. Like, you just wouldn't do that. You wouldn't go to a random person's house and lay down a load of rules when it's not your place. Like, it's just, they wouldn't do that to their friends, I bet. So it's just common. Do you know what I mean? Like, it just seems like they're not, I don't know, they just probably don't like it because obviously it's now switched and they don't like that. But at the end of the day, you were kind enough to take your parents in and give them a place to stay. And I know it's horrible because I know you love your parents and you feel guilty, but at the end of the day, like, if they're just being like that and being like really niggling, controlling, and like taking your stuff away when you have every right to stay there because it's your place and you've brought everything in it, like, it just seems a bit like the boundaries are just being crossed too much. So honestly, no. Okay, so I'm gonna probably do one more because they're quite long. So yeah, am I the a-hole for making my daughter shower in PE? I, 45, have a 14-year-old daughter who I'll call Michaela. Michaela has barely hit puberty and is less developed than the majority of her peers, which I believe is something she's self-conscious about. Last week, my husband and I received an email from Michaela's school saying that because it was approaching the summer, it would now be mandatory for all students to shower after PE. I understand the logic. Michaela does PE before lunch, and if she doesn't shower, she'll be sweaty for the rest of the day, which I don't believe is hygienic. The school requested that we pack a towel and any shower gel for the next PE lessons to ensure the students were ready. When I mentioned this to Michaela, she said she would refuse to shower. Since the showers are communal, she told me she did not want to be naked in front of anyone else and would just get dressed. I told her she couldn't do this as the school was enforcing it. Plus, I felt it was healthy for her to shower again. She asked me to email the school to say she wouldn't be participating, but I refused to do so. On Friday, despite many protests, I managed to make Michaela go to school with her towel / shower stuff packed. I felt like I was doing the right thing. However, when Michaela got home, she'd been crying all day saying how she had to get naked in front of everyone to shower, and she'd never been so embarrassed because she saw one or two of the girls laughing at her. I told her how sorry I was, and that teenage girls are horrible and that she's beautiful, but for hygiene reasons she still has to shower. I suggested bringing in a swimming costume to wear to shower in, but she said that would bring even more attention to her. She begged me to email to the school to not let her shower, but I said I had no good reason to, and I'm sure all of the other girls feel the same. She told me she hated me and has barely spoken to me the rest of this weekend. My husband feels I should send an email as it doesn't hurt Michaela, and Michaela is clearly bothered, but I don't think it's a big deal. She will eventually get over it and it's important for hygiene reasons. See, I would say yes, you are the a-hole, other girls do feel the same, but that doesn't help your developed 14-year-old daughter. You don't think it's a big deal. Your distressed daughter does. What's actually stopping you from supporting your child in a highly stressful time in her life? It's approaching the end of the school year. Meet your child where she's at, not where you want her to be in emails at school, or set up a meeting with the teacher involved, but support your child. And this is what I was saying. As someone who was bullied in her early teens, I feel like if she doesn't partake in the showers, it's not going to be noticed by her peers all the same.